Rob Schneider has a new comedy special on Fox News' streaming service, Fox Nation, and of course, I had to watch it. Woke Up in America is exactly the low-effort mishmash of boomer humor, transphobia, and general conservative whining that you expect.
I'm a traditional liberal, which makes me a right-wing fascist now.
I mean, he opens the show with this joke.
I'm talking to people from California and New York. These motherfuckers coming over here with their vegan diets and their yoga pants and their rock climbing shoes.
Everyone knows the stereotype of liberals with their vegan diets and rock climbing shoes. Schneider complains about California so much that he sounds like one of those guys who always says his ex was crazy.
California is like a beautiful woman who used to blow you, but she hasn't blown you in a long fucking time.
I don't know if this is common knowledge, but legally, you don't have to live in California. You don't. You can live somewhere else. Which is exactly what Schneider did when he moved to Arizona so his kids wouldn't have to wear masks.
The state of California make my kids wear masks in school, so we moved out to the slightly freer state of Arizona.
For those who might not be as familiar with the right-wing cancel culture, anti-woke bullshit grift, Schneider was, as he describes it, blackballed by the pharmaceutical industry. He's been a long-time opponent of vaccines. And as you can probably guess, COVID made that worse. Like when he tweeted that the purpose of the Second Amendment was to fight against the COVID vaccine. The left has canceled death threats now? Are you kidding me? I gotta say, it was a good idea for Schneider to do this for Fox Nation and film it in Tampa, because I'm not sure where else these jokes would get a laugh.
I want diversity when I fly. I want a guy up in the cockpit with, pussy pit up there, you know, purple hair and an outside pussy up there, you know.
But the vast majority of this special is exactly what you think it is. Misogyny and transphobia without a punchline. Like this joke where he defined a woman.
A woman is someone who gets mad at you for something he did 3 fucking years ago. A woman is someone who uses the tires of her car as curb feelers.
Or when he joked about killing his wife.
The only person who wants to kill you is already in the house.
He spends like so much time trash talking his wife.
Yeah, but you don't live with this crazy bitch. You understand? She's like, she just wears me down. I do whatever she says.
Oh, and he also goes on extended tangents about women's vaginas.
For some women, their vaginas are a little on the beefy side. You know, that's more of an outie than an innie. Yeah, just take the one bunny ear over the other.
I actually kept a tally of every time he mentioned someone's genitals. Excluding a 15-minute bit about his vasectomy, at the very least, Schneider mentioned penises 32 times and vaginas 37 times. I want to know where Republicans get the sheer energy to just constantly think about people's junk. Like, am I the only person that thinks this is weird?
Like that guy. These 6 guys right here, these guys, especially the guy in the middle with the huge dick. Look at that fucking thing, it's gigantic.
This is weird, right?
It's not even hard, look at that fucking thing.
But we all know where this is going, because it wouldn't be a conservative comedy special without the one joke about trans people.
Suddenly, the word woman is controversial. You can't just say, you can be anything you want. I want to be a horsey. Yeah. I want to be a wizard. I want to be a girl. I want to be a girl. Don't cut your dick off.
Wait, I'm not being fair. He did the other joke too.
My pronouns are he and haw, just so everybody can start.
One of the more bizarre parts of this special is how Schneider tries to paint himself as some ally with the LGB crowd, while demonizing trans people every step of the way. It kind of posed a problem for him. He was filming for Fox Nation in Tampa, and so none of that posturing played very well. For example, here's the applause when Schneider says he supports gay marriage.
They got the big one, gay marriage.
And here's the applause when Schneider says Joe Biden should be put down like a dog.
If Joe Biden was a dog, you'd put him down. You would have to, you know.
But despite the crowd's ambivalence for cis gay people, Schneider spent a lot of time attacking trans people for the sake of lesbians.
You know who's under attack now? The L's. Lesbians are under attack.
At one point, he does this weird scissoring thing.
They want to be left alone with other lesbians to do the whole, you know.
I mean, he is obsessed.
That's a feminine penis. Why didn't you say so 4 hours ago? Give me that fucking thing.
Schneider's strategy of defending gay, lesbian, and bisexual people is bizarre, especially when he spent several minutes bitching about Pride Month.
Abraham Lincoln gets a day. Not even his own day. He has to share it with George Washington. He doesn't get a day either. What if they would have sucked each other's dicks? They would have got a whole fucking month. That's all I'm saying.
And pointing to gay marriage as the source of the evil, scary trans people.
The gays won, thankfully, and they went to go live their lives in the freest country in the history of the world, but they left the door open a little bit, and the crazy gay people snuck in.
If you're going to be a right-wing grifter, stop pretending to care about gay people. If you align yourself with fascists for a quick buck, you have no right to pretend you have any values. Currently, the right is making a big deal about the LGB, not T, but we all know the LGB is next in line. And the people who pretend otherwise for their own conscience or dignity or whatever, they're lying to themselves and everyone else. I think the idea of the other in this culture war bullshit is really evident in Schneider's set. He often manages to blend a week of Fox headlines into a single bit, like this one where he goes from trans people to genital racism.
If you're a lesbian and you refuse to date or have relations with someone who identifies as a lesbian but has a dick, you are ridiculed online as a genital bigot, a genital racist.
And then ties that to reverse racism.
2 + 2 = 4, maybe. What? Maybe. What? That could be racist. What?
And then gives the audience a crowd pleaser by saying that if you're white, you're unfairly labeled a racist.
If you're white, you're automatically racist.
Obviously, we got stuff about COVID. I mean, he's Rob Schneider. He has to talk about it.
I think we're all still recovering from post-traumatic scamdemic syndrome.
And only in the most normal, well-adjusted way.
By the way, the Chinese are trying to kill us. They are.
He claims he doesn't mind masks, but like I said before, he started the special saying that he moved because of masks. And he ended the special by telling a story of when he brought his sick and symptomatic daughter to a Paul McCartney concert, then met Paul McCartney, then got mad when his daughter revealed that she had COVID to the 80-year-old Paul McCartney.
And my daughter's like, I have COVID! He gave me COVID! Now I have COVID! Now you're gonna get COVID!
You couldn't waterboard that information out of me. I do want to be fair here. Completely seriously, there were about 10 minutes that were genuinely very funny. Schneider told a story about meeting Trump on the Home Alone 2 set, and then again as a Miss America judge. His impression was fun. I hadn't heard the story before. It was an actual joke. I mean, yes, his old movies are lowbrow teen comedies, but it's not like Schneider is devoid of humor. It's just that he chooses to do this instead.
Are these feminine balls underneath there?
Not only that, but any of his good material got eclipsed by when he started doing impressions from old characters for like 5 minutes straight. It was very sad and weird.
I remember when you moved here from Arkansas.
I've talked about Fox News' comedy ventures before. I did a video on Roseanne Barr's special, and another one about Gutfeld, Fox's late night show for boomers. And this Rob Schneider special just cemented what we already knew, because it's almost indistinguishable from those other two. It's the same jokes about trans people and liberal cities and purple-haired communists who hate you for being white. It's the same shit every time without fail. And that's because conservatives don't know how to tell jokes. They only know derision and insecurity. But Rob Schneider's kind of fascinating. He could have had a successful career as a voice actor and making his dumb comedies, but he chose to do this because the right-wing culture war grift is too good to let go of. If you want a quick buck, the money's good. And if you want laughs, just give your audience bigotry. It's really that easy. Right now, I am taking bets for the next Fox Nation comedian. My guess is Adam Carolla, but let me know in the comments who you think it'll be. No matter what, it's gonna be bad.